What's up guys, Mark from Wandering Souls back with a new video, a collection update once again a CD update. I got some CDs to show you guys here, like 7. So before we are diving into that, you are listening to Agathocles with Mincer. I hope it comes out because the cover is pretty dark. Fantastic grindcore from Belgium, great band, long existence since the 80s. Yeah, fantastic band. This is the band album they released in the 2000s somewhere, and by Displeased Records. This is sadly a defunct label, but fantastic stuff, guys. Go check it out if you are not familiar with this. Great stuff. We have a variety of stuff here. We have some power metal, some grindcore, some heavy metal, some deathcore. Yeah, there's different kind of stuff in here. The first 2 releases are by Lovebites. Yes, I'm kind of completing my collection for this band now at the moment. I picked up Clockwork Immortality and I picked up Golden Destination. I hope it comes out a bit because the glare is hideous here. Yeah, 2 releases I didn't have yet, and I'm only missing now the Lovebites EP and the Best Of album. I still have to yet to pick this up, and then I have all the CDs from this Japanese female power metal band. Yeah, then I have the collection complete, and it's only resting with the DVDs. But I'm not in a hurry with those. But someday, if I see them, I might pick those up as well. Anyways, this is their third studio album, Clockwork Immortality, I think. Great stuff. Great album. Pledge of the Savior Rising. Empty Daydream is on here. Yeah, We United is on here. Epilogue. Yeah, it's a great album. Love the artwork as well, and of course inside the lyrics and pictures from the girls. Japanese band, if you're not familiar with them, but if you are a regular visitor of my channel, then you have already seen me talk about this band a lot. Reaction videos, collection updates, you know, I have talked about them before, so there's not much to add. If you are familiar with the sound, then you know how these 2 releases probably will sound like. This is 20 or 2018 release. I think 2020, but I don't know for sure. And you have Golden Destination, which is an EP which only has 4 tracks. Golden Destination, Spellbound, Puppet on Strings, and Thunder Vengeance. And these are all lyrics in here and some credits. So yeah, this is a fantastic band. Like I said, there's nothing to add. I just wanted to have these in my collection. I love this band, and I'm glad I have added them now to my collection. So there's almost complete. The Lovebites EP is a bit hard to get, I think, but the Best Of album is definitely something to pick up for me in the future, if it don't sell out, that is. But we'll see where it goes. So over to the next release is the new EP by Napalm. and this is called "The Sentiment is Always Seismic, a Final Throw of Throes." Yes, just a mouthful and a lengthy album title. 8 tracks on this EP. If you're familiar with Napalm Death, then you know what you're getting. Yes, nice, furious grindcore, of course. But Napalm Death is always a band with a lot of experiments without losing the grindcore eye. The core is always there. Well, sometimes I have a more deathy sound, sometimes more industrial sound, sometimes there's something else that they experiment with, but they always try to have a certain sound, and that's they don't lose it on this album either. There is in there some punk attitude on here, some punk touches. There's even a Bad Brains cover on here, I think. Don't Need It probably, and there's another cover song called People Pie, and there is some couple of other tracks and straightforward grind tracks. Really interesting EP. It's of course a bit in the vein, in the line of the last album they released 2 years ago, 2020. Also a long title I can't recall the whole name from, but you know which album that is. But yeah, it's fantastic stuff. Napalm Death never disappoints me. What kind of album they always make, it doesn't bother me. I even love the most experimental albums. So yeah, it's really good stuff. Napalm Death, a final throw of Throes for you guys. Great stuff. Then something completely different. This is a reissue of probably one of the oldest heavy metal bands from the Netherlands, and this is the band Picture with the album Heavy Metal Ears. And this is definitely one of the oldest bands. I think the first album came out in 1980, I think. This is their second album from 1981. The band was formed in 1979, so there's an old band, and they are still active. Although there was kind of hiatus periods between it somewhere in the 90s, but they're still there. This is the old lineup, it's still with Ronald van Prooijen on vocals. I know that guy for a long time. I have even seen him perform live with another band called Exist. Had that EP as well someday, but I don't have it anymore. Definitely want that EP Exist with the EP Beware. Definitely want to pick up that, but it's really hard to get. Anyways, over to this band. This is oldest heavy metal band in the Netherlands. Your typical Maiden-esque, kind of sounding with a funky attitude as well. There's and the sound definitely early Maiden sounding. Ronald van Prooijen had definitely a great voice. It also has the cleaner voice, but also a bit of rasp to it as well. That's really like Paul Diano has, only this less punky. Let's put it that way. But yeah, great singer. Great stuff. I really enjoyed this album. Glad I have finally a Picture album in the collection. There was really one band I was in the works to pick up some stuff from already since the 90s, but I never came around to see a lot of people buying records from this band, like Scott Waters, for example. He showed a lot of stuff from in the past, but I definitely have this. Glad to have this finally an album from this band, and I really enjoyed it. Great heavy metal sounds. Only one guitar player though. Actually, guitar player would be more fuller sound probably, but it sounds like 80s heavy metal. It's just like time has stand still. Just how it sounds. Yeah, if you are into that kind of stuff, you can't go wrong here. This is a reissue. Also has 5 bonus tracks. Dirty Street Fighter, Bombers, He's a Player, Fear and Eternal Dark. So, and I think Eternal Dark is a re-recording song from the second album, for third album, sorry, and some live tracks if I'm not mistaken. I don't know for sure, but really good stuff. Go check it out if you are not familiar with this. Over to some deathcore here. This is Slaughter to Prevail with Kostolom, the newest album from 2021. Yeah, heavy crushing deathcore from Russia. Yeah, if you are familiar with this band, or Alex Terrible, the singer from this band, he's a YouTuber as well. He did a lot of vocal covers in the past. But yeah, then you know what it is. The first album was a lot of heavy crushing deathcore. It still has that sounds, but has developed, in contrast to the first album. This has also some new metal influences, so this makes it a bit different than a standard deathcore album. So yeah, I was really intrigued. Of course, there are singles from this album. Demolition is a great song, and Baba Yaga. Yeah, that are the 2 singles from this album, and there has been a lot of reaction videos to those singles as well, but I didn't really feel the need to make a reaction video to those songs because it's already done so much. Comes with Sumerian Records info as the label from the band, and there is a booklet here. Which is not really interesting, if you ask me, but the music is interesting nonetheless. Yeah, really kind of surprised with the new metal influences, but it really definitely works. You don't get that typical deathcore only with the heavy growls and the slamming parts, so it also other sounds, even clean vocals, it all fits very well in their sound, and that's what makes this album so interesting. And yeah, definitely will spin this some more in the future. This is definitely a keeper. Kostolom with Slaughter to Prevail. Next up is the new EP by Impending Tomb. This is Hellbent, and I will take out the booklet because the glare for this one is really ridiculous. This is really heavy crushing stuff. This band is from California, if I'm not mistaken, is a Christian deathcore band, so there are not many of those, but yeah, it's fantastic stuff here. Great riffing, heavy slamming parts, crushing vocals. It's really good. Really enjoyed this EP. I think it's only 5 tracks. Do I say it right? Yes, 5. My favorites on this EP are definitely Culture of Death, which was also a single, and what was the other one? I think the title track, Hellbent, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, fantastic tracks. Really love those. It's not too long for an EP, not too short. Really, yeah, really nice in between, quick listen, and yeah, if you are a fan of these bands, you can't go wrong here. They haven't changed a lot, so It's just trying to improve their sound, and that's what they did with this EP. Fantastic stuff. The last one in this bunch is an album I wanted to pick up since the early 90s already. An album actually I was familiar with the band name, but album I listened in the record store back in the day when I was a teenager, and when I was saving up money to buy CDs. I was not that rich, not that I'm rich now, but comparing to now, I was not very rich. Just saving up my pocket money to buy albums, and this one I had listened in the record store back in the day. This was released originally in 1989, I think. But the album, I was really intrigued by this album, so I saved up some money and went back to the record store. But like a lot of times happen, if you don't buy it, sometimes it gets sold, and I misgrabbed that album then, and never since then picked it up. Actually, I don't know why. It's a really fantastic album, probably one of my favorite albums from this band. I'm talking about W.A.S.P, and this is the Headless Children. This is a reissue, of course, but I don't mind. But this is a fantastic hard rock heavy metal album. I was really intrigued by the really good stuff. Great songs on this. I love Blackie Lawless' voice. Guitar work is fantastic. There's definitely one of the classics in a discography together with the Crimson Idol and the self-titled one. Definitely need to pick up those as well. But this is a fantastic album. I really enjoyed this album. Great songs in it. Opens great with the Heretic, with the Lost Child, Real Me, Headless Children, Thunderhead, Mean Man. Yeah, a lot of great tracks. Yeah, just look at the track list and you'll see which tracks are on there. But really fantastic track. I enjoyed it in this completely, and yeah, I really have good memories on this since then. And when I re-listened to this when I just got it, it definitely brought me back to that period in the 90s when I listened to that album, and a lot of emotions came back I had in those days. Definitely one thing of my youth I finally have in my collection, and yeah, fantastic album. Definitely recommend it. If you want to buy one album from this tag, this is definitely one of the contenders you must buy. Great album, definitely. W.A.S.P, the Headless Children. So that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about these albums. Did you like it? Didn't you like him? Yeah, they definitely get me busy this last week actually, and last couple of weeks when you see this probably, because I'm working a lot in beforehand. We've got, that's the wrong sentence. Before it gets online, let's put it that way, I have already recorded a lot of videos which are waiting to be out of queue. Yeah, that gives me some time to listen to all the new stuff I have, of course, but also with all the other stuff that's going on in my life. So anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. if you got something to say or something to ask or have something to add, just put it down there. Also requests for reaction videos are, please go ahead. If you want to say something, Pip, please. Say hi to my cat. Hi folks. Nice Pippi. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and yeah, if you like what you saw, don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And thanks for joining, for all the support. I really appreciate it. And see you guys next video. Stay safe, stay heavy, and rock on, dudes.